Electric scenes in the state of Western Australia as the new Optus Stadium opens its doors for season 2018, but unfortunately for West Coast, unable to cap off the fairy tale finish, going down to the Swans by 29 points. Welcome to Eagle Review for another season, thanks to Kennards Hire, who are on board. Ben Roberts, great to have you back for another season of pointless banter.
Can't believe they let us do it again.
Yeah, unbelievable. And your price tag of $0 is worth every penny. Before we get into the game, let's just touch on the surroundings, the atmosphere of Optus Stadium. What were your thoughts? A lot of new initiatives going on from a West Coast perspective.
Yeah. New era, new stadium, new jumpers, new logo, new game day experience for everybody. Don't drive anymore, catch the train. How'd you find that?
Oh, I liked the tunnel more than anything. Yeah. I didn't mind getting I got a parking space, mate, don't worry about me. But the tunnel, I enjoyed that and the theme song going on.
Yeah, like that was different as well, and I thought it was a great day. The electric atmosphere, when the boys ran out for the first time, kaboom, the place, the lid blew off. It was great, and they were a huge factor in keeping the boys in it.
Yes, but unfortunately didn't get the chockies in the end. Sydney's 2-0 head start. Alarming factors. We're just chasing tail all day, it seems. Every time we got a goal and looked like we were going to surge past, they just got one to counter-measure. A lot off our turnovers. But in the end, we won the supply battle, which was the surprising notion of it. 60 inside 50s to 52. But one bloke at the end was just all the difference.
Lance Franklin, I don't know if you saw him yesterday. I don't know if you made many of the highlights packages because he was everywhere. 8 snags and tough work. Like the delivery he was getting, he was on from the start. Could not miss. Could not miss. On from the start, the delivery was elite by Sydney. Very tough work for the defenders. Feel for them. When he's on though, is there a better thing to watch in football?
It was impressive. And at the moment where he ended up, Gov got in the way of him. He pounced on his feet, kicked the goal, right foot check side, and even Gov had to have a smile going. Can't defend that. Yeah. Here's Adam Simpson post-game talking about the great man.
We couldn't stop him. We tried a lot of different things throughout the night. That's something obviously we've got to work on. We're not happy about that, but he was just too hard to stop tonight. We tried everything under the sun.
Yeah, on fire, absolutely on fire, and as we said, amazing to watch. What's tough sometimes, but you've got to make the most of your opportunities. Sydney, until the third quarter, I think it only kicked 1 point. Buddy Weed had a crack at it and kicked a couple of points, point, and then Buddy comes out, another classy goal, and they're the things that can hurt you. But the good thing is the Young Eagles, it didn't let them hurt them. They kept fighting, which was good.
Yeah, a lot of that second quarter, I mean, we matched them in every statistical category, inside 50s, contested possession, in clearances, but in the end, we were just kind of bombing away forward, and Sydney were a lot more precise with their delivery up forward, had a good spine and target. Would have loved Josh Kennedy down the other end to kick 8 from himself. What about the debutants, mate? Let's touch on them. A couple of big moments. They stood up when it mattered. Weren't able to sustain it the whole game. You're very unreasonable if you're thinking they're going to come out and feature in Brownlow voting. What were your thoughts?
I thought they were good. I thought they all had their moments. They all looked at home at the level. I think Liam was excited every time he flew or went near the footy. It was exciting. It's great. It's great for the fans as well and great for the team. I think they'll get a lift. Waterman looked right at home. Kicked a great goal late in the piece.
Clutch goal, that one.
Clutch goal, yeah. Very good from the boundary. And Venables, his aggression is really good. I think it's exactly what the club needs through the midfield. A bit of pace, a bit of pizzazz. Can I use that word?
Why
pizzazz. And a bit of grit and a bit of aggression. So his tackling was good. But good signs, I think, from all three of them. And no doubt we'll see some more as the year rolls on.
What impressed me the most, have a look at this little pack mark from Liam Ryan. Have a look at the vertical lead. This is unassisted, so he hasn't jumped off anyone. That's exactly what he can do around the pack, and obviously can show pretty announced when the ball hits the ground as well. I don't know if you heard of this bloke, Nick Nananui. He returned after a 581-day absence. And impressed, absolutely demolished Cal Sinclair. Didn't quite.
Sorry, Callum.
Didn't quite translate into clearances. That'll come. Sam Mitchell is an absolute master in the clearance and strategy, so he'll get that sorted in no time. But geez, it was wonderful to see him out there. 33 hit-outs, 4 clearances, 6 score involvements, 8 contested possessions. Great to have him back, Ben.
Yeah, it is. It was so good just to see him out there having a run at it after such a long time out. And geez, he gives everyone a lift. And his influence on they would be absolutely wrapped, I reckon, with what he delivered after 19 months, essentially, off. To come out and do that had a huge impact. I mean, that third quarter, his tackle and goal, obviously, but just his tap work and his follow-up stuff and like that. How about that tap he did to Shuey, like the second crack at it? And it's so good to see him back. He's pulled up well. And onward and upward from here, and geez, he makes a difference, though. He's a great man.
Mate, when the crowd's going ape on the big screen, when you're getting a rub on the sideline, I think you're a pretty big deal in the state. One moment I want to mention here, the loudest the crowd was. When do you reckon? Was it team run out, or was it Lecker's goal in the three-quarter time siren when he just almost pinged the hammy getting the 55 metres?
I wondered whether the hamstrings could handle a kick like that. Good stuff, Lecker. I knew that you'd do it. I reckon, well, I was on the boundary for when they ran out and it was amazing, and I was up in the press box when he kicked the goal in the third quarter, so hard to tell, different perspectives, but I'm going to go with when they ran out. But geez, they were going berserk, had all the momentum.
Speaking of all the momentum, after the Waterman goal, we get the clearance forward. Have a look at this. This is one of the spoils of the night from the Sydney Swans defender.
Clutch.
Goes whack. All our boys at the foot of the ball, surging forward. In the end, the ball clears them, and it's now 6v3. Bit of bang, bang, bang. How's your father? And Buddy's on the end of his 8th. So that was one of the most important plays of the game. Kudos to the Swans there. Anything from the quarter-time brawl, mate? Anything catch your eye here?
Jackson Nelson in the thick of it, as per. He just loves getting in there.
Him and Schofield, a couple of turbos there, I would have thought. Gee, what about this Papley elbow? I thought if that connected, that would have been a month on the sideline, so quite fortunate there for Papley. Let's get into the roast. Of course, it's back for another year. Let's start out. Luke Shuey, Ben Roberts.
Yeah, I'm going to give Luke one for nothing really serious on his part, you know, rush kick, but first point in the history of football at Optus Stadium.
Always want the first goal, don't you?
Yep. Xavier Ellis, last man ever subbed out in the history of AFL football. Shuey, first point ever kicked at Optus Stadium. Well done, Luke.
Not a good one.
Hang your head on that.
Jetta, a bit of no love here for Chris Marston, leading into the pocket. Now, shoot away from 70. Probably got a bit of a cook for that one. What about Gaff here? Shades of Steve Bandy's football career. Could have tackled Josh Kennedy well out of his weight division. Lucky to get a hand on one in the end, Gaffy. No good.
Just get in the way. You know what, I did like to see this in the race. The barrel from Hearn, he did a couple of them. It was great to see, but this one, Liam Ryan, completely mistimed his leap. Just working a little bit on timing, I think, this week, just to make sure he can take Mark of the Year next week.
Yeah, I think a few more torpedoes in the direction of Liam Ryan, just to get the hang of how they spin and how far they're actually going. Round the grounds now. Lockie Hunter could have been wearing his Australian cricket whites with the amount of cheating going on here. Have a look at this. Just juggle, juggle, juggle. I'll move closer to goal. No, I don't think that's allowed. A bit of Jenkins and Hampton over in the Adelaide game at Etihad. They're just getting in the way. Oh, you got it. I got it. No, I couldn't figure that one out. But how's the goal celebrations going on in Adelaide, Ben?
Yeah, speaking of Adelaide, I was actually watching this at the time. Motlop streaming in, new club, very excited, kicks the goal. Very happy with things, as you would be. Then Michael Johnson minces over, bumps him over while he's celebrating, just because you're too old and too slow, and let this guy, couldn't catch him, you spit the dummy, toys out of the cot, and you knock him over. Lift.
Nice work, but the winner, geez, we're going to go back to Optus Stadium, and it's hard to go past this one. Lecker's goal. Wasn't the crowd up and running, but kicking in danger was the call.
I missed it, so I can't comment.
Whether it was there or not, gee, wasn't the crowd flat about that, and Sydney go down the other end. Boom, boom, boom. Thanks very much for coming. That's a review. Kennards Hire. Cheers, guys. We'll see you next week.
Kennards make your job easy.